Welcome everyone, what's good, what's poppin'? It's your girl, ZANGOMA, aka the Dope Healer Dealing Ho. And I wanted to actually speak about channeling. I wanted to explain what channeling is, right? And why it's actually not a far-fetched woo-woo thing. Like, it's things that we're actually not even aware sometimes that we're experiencing ourselves. But let me just turn this down. Okay, so right, as I was thinking about this, I'm like, okay, Spirit, like, help me channel these messages about channeling. Right? And then I literally just was like, oh wait, let's start with the basics. What is spirit? What is spirit? Right? And it's derived really from the Latin word spirit. Or what does it say? Spiritus. Spiritus meaning breath or breathing. So when you even take that whole definition, right? And you can, like, spirit actually has many that's just spirit in the word in the English language. In other languages, for example, in most of the Nguni languages, we've got the phrase or the term umoya, right? And literally it's the same thing, because here they're saying the wind, breathing, right? And umoya literally means the same thing. It's spirit and it's the wind. Do you know what I mean? Like a gush of wind. You can't see the wind, but you can feel the wind. Same principle with spirit. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Like we have receptors. We're receptive beings. If we weren't receptive to spirit, then we wouldn't feel shit. Can I get a yeah, right? Cool. So now it's just depending on like how attuned you are, like how I'm seeing, like, are your receptors, like I'm seeing like someone with like dusty receptors. You get me? Like if your receptors are not on or they're not working properly, you might not hear those messages clearly, right? So with that being said, right, now we've got the definition of spirit, right? Moving, being able to feel something that you can't actually see, right? And now I actually even just want to throw in something that I just thought about now also. Alcohol. Like the word alcohol comes from an Arabic term or Arabic word phrase, alcohol, that literally means spirit. The actual definition is actually a powder, right? A very fine powder. And then Europeans morphed that definition into like spirit and essence. So there's that also. But anyway, it doesn't take away from what I'm actually saying. Right? So now, when you think about even alcohol in general, they are categorized in terms of, okay, besides like the beers and the ciders and the wines, right? They're categorized in spirit, like they're categorized as spirits. Do you get what I mean? Like nothing is a coincidence. Like it's not just like, oh yeah, let's just call it spirits because like it's a cute word. No, right? These things have the ability to make you sort of like access certain things. Do you get what I mean? Because alcohol comes from plant living matter, right? And anything that's alive has a spirit, has an energy. Do you get what I mean? Like it's not like we just, I don't know, and then there's there's the alcohol. Like, it's made from things. Do you get what I mean? Yes, it goes through a whole distill process, but nonetheless, it's made from something, right? Cool. Living material, plants, decaying plants, all that fermentation, even that whole that whole process. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's turning into a different form. And now I want to speak again, bring back the alcohol, the spirits, and back into channeling, right? This is like a personal story, like for me. When I used to imbibe, imbibe the liquors, imbibe the spirits, and that's not to say like if it's like beer or wines, ciders are not like spirits, but because they very much do have an effect on your body and your spirit in general, right? Okay, so now think, and like because of just chemically what happens also in your brain, like it's crazy. It's actually crazy, right? So now bringing back the whole story to like me and how I sort of like started seeing that I'm channeling. I used to notice it a lot more when I was drinking, right? When I was under the influence. Because we're able to channel regardless whether you're under the influence or not. And I was just more perceptive to myself because I was just like, whoa, what is going on? And it's like, okay, I know, stay with me. Yes, because there are things, that are you have to take accountability for the actions, whatever. But then I was like, nah, let me not drink. Let me light up a spliff. Let me smoke some weed, right? And just weed, not mixing, not mixing it all, right? And even with smoking weed, and I found the channeling actually a lot clearer when I was smoking weed. I'm not promoting smoking no ganja. Look, the plants, everything is here for you to use and explore in a way that works for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, doesn't resonate with you, and that's true. That's cool. Let's not get started on the GMO marijuana. Like, that's a whole conversation for another day. Okay? So now smoking, right, actually allowed me to get comfortable with the process of channeling, because what was I actually channeling? It was actually my higher self. I would realize it was my higher self speaking through me, right? And your higher self has access to the same beings that we call angels. Do you get what I mean? Because you can't see your higher self. Your higher self is like literally above like all 12 of your chakras. Do you get what I mean? And like it's pretty much looking and being expressed through you. Do you get what I mean? That's why you have those intuitive nudges, like intuition. You can't see it, but you feel it, right? All part of it, all part of channeling. So now when you are, like I was saying, if your receptors are clean and clear, the signals are able to come through a lot better. Way back in those days, like when we had those TVs, like with the antennas, and like you had to like move it in a specific direction for you to get the signal. If you just moved it a tad bit, like the signal will be gone. It's that we are the antennas. Do you get what I mean? We are the antennas. So like everything that we're doing, and I explained it in the previous video, everything that we're doing it's literally the tweaking of yourself, and it's like you're gonna tap into specific frequency like a radio station. Do you get what I mean? Like you're gonna that's why it's so important to bring mindfulness into just your entire being, because then, like I was saying, like I realized, okay, with this kind of substance, like my channeling or whatever, like my intuition, but I want to actually differentiate. I'm not even going to use those interchangeably, but because channeling is different, right? So channeling is being able to tap into specific frequencies because of how clear you are as a signal. What signal are you emitting out there, out in the world? What signal are you emitting right now? Do you get what I mean? So it's really like just that whole thing of being mindful and intentional with the things that we're doing. So but mindfulness is really at the core of this whole thing, because like I said, we channel, but like we don't realize we're channeling. Do you get what I mean? So when now, because I've been like on my really like my journey, my spirituality journey, just getting more clear, really, because that's my intention, to be able to just be a clearer signal, right? And look, all I'm saying is like the channels are coming through. Do you get what I mean? Like I'll just be like, it's the same way, for example, like you can get inspiration for something. It's the same way an athlete like gets in the zone and like they are so focused, bruh, like woo, like and they, nothing, they don't want anything. It's like I'm in my zone. Same way, for example, like you're a writer or whatever, you're an author, and you can hear the characters. You can literally hear them. Like maybe they're inspired by people that you know, but I'm really talking like fiction, like writers, like those characters really come through, and it comes from matter, like not matter. It comes from space. It comes from space, like not space, like space, bro. Let's just say, okay, let's just say ether. Let's just say ether, because ether is like, it's better. It sounds like it's different from space, but anyway, let's go. Right? So channeling is important because we all do it. We all have the capacity. We all are doing it, but we just don't know to what extent, and we aren't aware as to how much we're actually channeling. We just think that's you. And a lot of the times people will be like, yeah, that's God. For sure. But there's levels to this shit. There are quite literally levels to this shit. It's like a whole spiral. That's why I'm saying like a frequency. If you can think just how many radio stations there are globally, and like that's just like those are just the ones that were able to attune specific technology to be able to be receptive to of whatever. So there's like still so many things out there that we can be receptive to, right? So it's very important to be mindful of be very intentional. Your intentions are like very, 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 very important. So yeah, that's just like my bit of a rant, I guess, about channeling and how we're all actually just doing it.